You may be familiar with the name W.C. Fields. He was a great success as a classic comedian in early films. But I have to admit that his off-screen life was somewhat less successful. He often resembled in his personal life some of his movie characters, drinking and gambling and sometimes out of control. And near the end of his life, in 1946, W.C. Fields turned to prayer. On one occasion, a friend asked him, "Why are you spending so much time reading the Bible?" And only as he could do, he answered, "I keep looking for any loopholes that I might have missed." Indeed, in his own way, W.C. Fields acknowledged that he had not always lived the life in full accord with the teachings of Jesus Christ. He knew deep down he was looking for a loophole. He knew deep down that it was not possible to excuse himself when he appears at the judgment gate before God. Jesus says in John's Gospel today, I am the way and the truth and the life. And no one comes to the Father except through me. There are so many people in our world, brothers and sisters, who spend an enormous amount of time and energy trying to find some loophole, some other way to God. And yet there is no real loophole or gimmick or trick. There is only the person of Jesus Christ himself, who says to us and to our world, I am the way. The letter of Peter today describes Jesus as the cornerstone of the church. Indeed, rejected by the builders. How many there are who cast aside the teachings of Jesus as irrelevant because it doesn't serve their interest. They find some other way to a full life or to God. But no other pursuit, no matter how profitable, will ever answer back to them, I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. Franklin Smith, a California gang member, once wrote about how violence was a way out for him. He wrote these words, "Rage. It feels good to dislocate a man's jaw because that's the only way I know to release my anger. When I've done something violent, I feel elated as if a weight had been lifted up off my chest." And Jesus says to him, I am another way. To the one who is caught up in the grip of poverty and injustice, when violence looks like a way out, Jesus says, I am the way. You can read the Quran or the writings of Confucius or Buddhism or that of Native Americans, and all are inspirational. But only in Jesus will you find the one who says, I am the way. People search for life in all kinds of ways. Some accumulate wealth and power, yet still feel lost and lonely. Others numb the pain with drugs or alcohol, but still come back feeling empty. To the people of this age, Jesus says, I am the way. Jesus indeed is the way. Jesus is the truth and the life. He is our joy. He is our sustenance. He is all that we need. He is our best friend. He is our confidant. He is our love. So, when you're done looking for loopholes, when you're finished with things that try to satisfy your longings, things like violence or half-truths or emptiness, you will discover that way, that truth, that life, who is Jesus Christ. Hear the truth announced in John's Gospel today. No one comes to God but through him. There is no other loophole than to follow Jesus as the way, the truth, and the life.